My name is Mallory Josie, and I am from Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm making this video because I am I'm really pleading for people with strong moral character to stand up and help me. I have a crazy situation and it is overwhelming. I have a 4-month-old daughter, so I have to fight back, and I can't do it alone. So I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, and in 2017 I moved to New York City to get help with a situation of judicial corruption that happened in Louisiana. Whenever I moved to New York City, I started working for a restaurant that is a chain exclusively to New York City. It is family owned and operated. They own 11 restaurants. And then a separate restaurant. They're very successful. They're actually billionaires. I started working for this company, and little did I know, in Louisiana, my brother made a online community on reddit.org about me. And it was to discredit me so that when I did try to get help for what happened in Louisiana, nobody would want to touch the situation because I wouldn't be very credible. The things that were posted on this website are things like I'm a crackhead, I'm a prostitute, I have a lot of STDs or diseases, and just anything you could think of to really just discredit someone and make them, oh, I'm crazy. Anything you can really think of to discredit someone, to stop them from being able to pursue a matter or to silence someone. And I had no idea when I moved to New York that this website existed. I had no idea at all. And so I was working for this family, and they were sent this link. And the link was distributed to all my coworkers. Everyone was posting on this site, but I still didn't know it existed at all. I had no clue. I was just being treated completely unfairly, and I had no understanding as to why, because I was really performing at a high level for this family. I was doing my job. I was doing it well. I broke a store record, and so I didn't understand. So I quit that job, and every job, I had 2 jobs after that, and that link was sent to both of the jobs that I went to after I left this company. Again, performing top-notch level, getting treated terribly. I mean, breaking records, winning contests as far as sales goes. I mean, I was really doing well for myself as far as employment goes, but I was being treated so bad, and it didn't make sense to me. And so finally I did discover the online community that everyone had taken part in. And so I started working for a company called Skyview, and they are contracted from the city of New York for 311 services. So it's like you call this 311 number and we would help you primarily with city agencies. If you wanted to put in a noise complaint, if your driveway was blocked, things of that nature, that's what we would handle. And so of course this company got involved with the link as well. It's distributed just the same. It's as it had been previously at other places of employment. And so they actually took it a step further, because I was trying, while I was at this place of employment, I was trying to take, legal action to get recourse for the initial company that I worked for that even, was the cause of it even being distributed. I was checking on my daughter. Being distributed at any place in New York City. And so I was trying to get recourse, and the job sent, they had one of my coworkers pursue me in a romantic relationship. And this is crazy. I was foolish enough to actually engage in a relationship with this man. I actually got pregnant, and I have his 4-month-old daughter in the room sleeping, but I'm out here because I don't want to wake her up filming this video. So I actually got pregnant, and then in March, when the coronavirus hit, because I was pregnant, I made him quit the job. So the point of him pursuing me was so that he could sabotage me trying to get recourse, because if I was to get it for the first place of employment, I would get it for all of them. And so when we moved in together, he gave our roommates this link. And the perks on the job that he got was he's in love with a married woman, and she's married with 4 kids, but she won't leave her husband. And so long as he was willing to sabotage me and give them information and continue to distribute this link to everyone to make sure nobody would help me, they accommodated his schedule to allow him to log off his phone. Like, they were literally getting paid to log off their phones and go and spend time together at the place of employment. And that's crazy, right? So in March, when the coronavirus hit, we quit because I was pregnant. I was worried about, the health of my child. And also this married woman, she had switched her schedule to our shift. It made me completely uncomfortable. I had no idea that they were actually still seeing each other. I had no idea of the situation. I was completely trusting of this man. I was thinking I was pregnant and that changes everything, that he's going to be this good man. And I don't know for the life of me now, looking back, why I would even think that, because this is his 4th child. I'm the 4th woman to have his child, and he's not really attentive or involved in any of the other children's lives consistently. Foolish of me, I know. So we quit, and after we quit, that's when I was really focused on, retaining an attorney, getting this situation handled so that I can move on with my life before my daughter got here. And so he's in love with this married woman, so he kept in contact with her, and I was miserable when I was pregnant. So I was sleeping like 13, 14 hours a day, and he would bring this woman to our house while I'm sleeping and miserable, and they would have sex in the next room, and it would be on her way to work, and they would steal evidence. And one of the pieces of evidence that they took, that I actually have a copy of, was one of the managers at the place of employment, the Skyview, the 311 contractor. He volunteered to be a reference for me on a rental application for an apartment that I was trying to get. And it was through a program through New York City where it's called the SOTA program. And they pay for, because I was living in the shelter at the time because of this situation. I mean, it's really kept me down tremendously. It's just so overbearing. So it's called the SOTA program, and they pay for a year of your rent up front. I was foolish enough to put him on my application because he volunteered. And instead of actually talking me up and being a good reference, he told them I have mental issues and I'm mentally ill, and I would be a disturbance. So they ended up not approving my application. And so that was one of the pieces of evidence, because it was the paper that he gave me with his phone number, email, et cetera, that I could put on my rental application. They also stole a pay stub that I have from a previous employer that shows that they commit tax fraud, because they cheated me on my pay, which was, I don't even know why I didn't see it when I was getting paid. Just so naive I have been. So she's coming over on her way to work. Again, she's married with 4 kids at home, but she's coming over on her way to work. They're having sex in the same house that I'm living in the next room. His family knows. They're all complicit. They help him schedule time with her and let him come over and use their phones to talk to her. I mean, it was just like the whole joke.